SHIB as a token the government intends to use. Holy SHIB. It's a fascinating time in the world of cryptocurrency right now, with many coins rising and falling, not to mention the terrible start that they all had this year. One of the coins that suffered the most during this time was of course our old pal Shiba, though it's on its way back up recently thanks to an enormous amount of goodwill, not to mention the vast number of projects, partnerships, and associations that the doggy dollar has built up over the last few years. What does this signify for the K9 currency, and how will this affect the price? Hold on tight and don't leave because I'm about to answer all of these questions in the next few minutes. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on a single shred of news that could make you very wealthy very soon. Now, as always, I must remind you that I'm not a professional financial advisor and that any investment carries risk. Of course, there has been a tremendous amount of discussion about inflation on a global scale. This is no more evident than in America, where the Biden administration has managed to cause inflation to an insane degree. One of the most notable reasons for this is Biden's environmentally obsessed ban on producing fuels on American soil, which has caused fuel prices to skyrocket as the population collectively decides to get him out of office as soon as possible. Turkey's current debt crisis is a good example of this, as the Turkish lira has dropped off a cliff in terms of value over the last several years. Happily, the advent of crypto is certainly aiding in the hedging against these awful periods, as the people of Turkey have been jumping on the new asset class and getting a good mastery over cryptocurrency in order to avoid losing their relative wealth, a sentiment that's echoed around the world. Turkey's official currency experienced massive inflation in the 2010s and has since risen to an obscene 185%. Fortunately for the people of Turkey and others around the world whose countries are completely screwing up their own currencies, the crypto market has emerged as an easier way to hedge your money against this volatile time, so the Turkish people have been getting into crypto with serious enthusiasm. The most popular options have proven to be Bitcoin and Tether, with the former being the world's most valuable and unstoppable cryptocurrency and the latter being a stable coin pegged to the value of the US dollar. This means that the people of Turkey have been banking with dollars instead of lira, which is still a better option than the lira, even in the current situation in the US. But what does all of this have to do with Shiba Inu coin? Well, it's an unexpected development, but the Turks have been hedging against the tumbling lira by getting into the puppy penny Shiba Inu, which was actually competing very closely with Bitcoin. The popularity of SHIB appears to have been noticed by the Turkish government, as they appear to be preparing to take the next step forward with it. It's interesting to note that the relationship between Turkey and cryptocurrency has always been contentious, with the Turkish central bank having little to no enthusiasm for crypto and pushing for full-scale bans on decentralized assets. However, Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has been a vocal supporter of cryptocurrency. The Shiba Inu's massive popularity has only grown in recent months, with Turkish exchanges working hard to increase this popularity by natively listing and encouraging the use of the K9 currency, and the government itself now appears to be seriously building interest in the asset, at least if the Turkish finance minister's meeting with local Shiba Inu influencers this week is any indication. Shiba Inu coin has been listed on BitPay, Kraken, and Gemini thus far, making it easier to trade, buy, and sell the currency. This was followed by Taiwan's BitOX adding the coin to their platform, as it appears that Shiba Inu enthusiasts in Taiwan want some as well, and Spain's Bit2Me platform has also featured the coin. Of course, the inclusion and acceptance of the doggy dollar as a payment method on many contemporary commercial platforms is another good move that happened a little more recently than some of those stories. Newegg used their adoption of BitPay to boldly highlight the opportunity for consumers to use SHIB to pay for their PC parts and other electronics from their store, as I'm sure everyone is aware of. SHIB as a method of purchasing movie tickets, of course. Don't forget about Mover and CoinJar, two additional companies that allow people to load their credit cards with cryptocurrency. Some argue that one of the reasons some cryptos aren't gaining more popularity these days is because they're simply a currency no more active than a stock. It's becoming increasingly important for a cryptocurrency to have some form of application, some way for people to spend it on something they value, because SHIB can now be used to top up a credit card, it can now be used to pay for groceries. All of these fantastic initiatives have served to establish SHIB as a real crypto player, which is why it is always among the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. Another thing to remember is that SHIB was recently named the world's most traded currency by the top 1,000 Ethereum wallets. The last obstinate exception that anyone is still waiting for is Robinhood, and boy do they like to keep us waiting now. Previously, at the end of last year, An alleged C-level official at Robinhood leaked that the platform was extremely pleased with the SHIB army's petitioning and that pushing them to list SHIB on their platform was out of the question, which we already knew, but SHIB could easily be added to Robinhood in Q1 2022, which would greatly benefit both parties, and we're still waiting in the meantime though just the K.